Hey T, hope you and the family are doing well. Obviously, with this rivalry, no love lost between you and the Saints. But Cam Jordan is a guy that you'll face off, and Schooley will face off of if Luke can't go. Is there any like tidbits of information on how to handle him that you passed on to Schooley for this week?
Um, Not too much. I mean, I've played Cam a bunch, a bunch of times now. Um, but I think I only saw him last year, two reps, two plays. He plays majority over the right side. But no, Luke played him a bunch. Schooley's watched a lot of tape on him. He kind of plays inside and outside a little bit more now. So nothing crazy. He's got I think Cam has a pretty signature move. Schooley's watched, me and Luke have both seen it. Other than that, no, Schooley's ready to go. Luke's getting ready to go. Whatever happens, happens.
And then this stadium's notorious for being an unwelcome atmosphere for especially Bucks players, but other teams in general. How pivotal do you think for guys who are younger guys on the line? Obviously, Cody played there, but Graham playing that Week 2 game up in Detroit in that raucous, loud atmosphere. How beneficial do you think that was for this week when you're going to go into another stadium that's equally as loud?
Yeah, I think obviously getting a loud environment out of the way early, like we did in Detroit is good. Good for Graham. Yeah, because this place, the Saints Stadium is always loud. It's a crazy atmosphere, fun to play in. But yeah, I think that probably helped them a lot. Getting Detroit out of the way because they're pretty damn loud too. But no, it's always a great atmosphere. A lot of energy there, so it'll be fun.
And then for you, this week's kind of a whirlwind. You guys had to go through it a couple of years ago for the Chiefs game. What has it been like for you? Has it been kind of easier, trying to reset from the loss last week with some of the younger guys in the O line room? What kind of advice, or some of the rookies in general, have you given in a week that is just kind of up in the air? You kind of don't know what you're doing from left to right. Next thing coming up.
Yeah, just take it as it comes. I mean, yeah, we did this 2 years ago going down to Miami. I think that was a little crazier. Because like half the people flew, half the people drove. Like we drove down. So that was kind of wild. This was just like, all right, everyone's on the plane, everybody's going. Meredith and Jules flew back up to Iowa, so um, we got it all taken. We got that all squared away, and everybody out safely. Hopefully everyone in Tampa evacuated as well. Um, Obviously we're thinking about everybody down there and everyone's homes and loved ones. Just unbelievable. But we got out safe and sound. Made it to New Orleans, and now it's getting ready.
Evan Winter.
Hey Tristan, good to see you're doing well. You've obviously faced this defense every year, twice a year since you've been in the league. Obviously, it's the Saints. Enough motivation already right there in itself. But when you're watching tape, studying up on film, so on and so forth, are you looking for new things? Are you looking more at things that they've done to y'all in the past that you could improve upon, or advantages, weaknesses on theirs to kind of like take what's the whole process when it comes to preparing for this defense that you've now faced, what, 8, 10 times at this point?
Yeah, a little bit of all that actually. Because I mean, there's looks that we've gotten in the past that they've got us on, and then maybe the second game that year we picked it up. Just knowing, trying to know what's coming, based on what look we get. Obviously, they can switch things up. Any defense can switch things up, but just doing our best to be dialed into that and dialed into the schemes that they run. I mean, they run a lot of pick game, with the Mario Davis. Just they'll put three guys outside the tackle, and him inside, drop them, bring two guys off. They just do a bunch of stuff. So but I think biggest thing is just being dialed into our rules, our passport rules, and it'll get cleaned up. And just keeping stuff in front of us. We know they're going to twist. We know they're going to pick guys. And I think that's I mean, that's the toughest part. They're going to dial some stuff up. They always do. But I think having five guys on the same page up front is going to put us in the best position.
And then Carl Granderson, just obviously he's really starting to come into his own. What are you seeing on his end from your study?
Yeah, Carl's a big edge rusher. I really got to go against him a lot last year. It's kind of my first time going against him. My first time on the left side. A big guy, big speed to bull guy, long arm. He does like he does a little spin in, like a chop to spin inside. But I think for the most part, these edge rushers, they're speed to power guys. So if me and Luke can, or me and Luke, or me and Schooley, whoever, keep our feet moving, we're gonna have to butt them up a little bit in the speed to bull, but for the most part, I think just keeping our feet moving, not getting head heavy and leaning too far. But yeah, Carl's doing good. He had a good year last year. Yeah, he's like deceptively big. I think when you see him in person, he's a big edge rusher. But no, it's gonna be fun.
Thank you.
River Wells.
Hi, Tristan. They have mentioned, or Liam Cohen mentioned that he thought the practices have been going pretty good so far, and that everyone's got a sense of community here in New Orleans. But you guys are at Tulane, and I was just wondering, when you're practicing at a different location, I'm sure you'd rather be back at One Buck, but is it kind of maybe a way to kind of get a fresh perspective on things, or get a different feeling, or is it more just putting your head down, getting focused no matter where you are?
That's a good one. I think kind of just going to work. The location is what it is. If we're finding, only thing different really is just finding a place where the O-line's going to do its individual at, which corner of the field we're going to. I thought I do agree with Liam. I thought, these past 2 days were really good. Communication was great. Guys were flying around, getting our bodies back too. But yeah, I try not to think, make anything different, or make it harder than it is. We had, what do we have? We had 4 or 5 team periods today, just like any other Thursday. So just trying to keep it as simple as possible.
Last question from JC Allen.
Hey, Tristan, a two-parter here. As far as, every game is a must-win game. But, falling to the Falcons, the last thing you want to do is go 0-2 in the division early on, especially with the schedule coming up. How important is it for you guys to get this game? And along those lines, Mike said something the other day is, we're trying to play for something bigger. How, as far as the team, do you feel that weight that, you guys need to play for something bigger with all the destruction and loss and the hurricane has brought in?
Yeah, I mean, everyone, all of Tampa has our back, and we try to have their back. But I think it's a must win, because it's the next game. The most important game is always the next one. But at the same time, yeah, you don't want to lose two division games. But yeah, it's a pretty cool feeling seeing all the support we have, and seeing everyone rallying together. It's been really awesome to see, through all the destruction and everything, people standing together, standing up, and coming together. But yeah, I think that's the biggest takeaway is, it's important because it's the next one. We got to get this win if we want to keep moving in the direction we want to move.
All right, that's all we have. Thanks, Tristan.